How are we? I hope we're doing good and better than good, and looking forward to even more good as we keep our minds positive and we keep our focus on what it is that we want, right? Hi, Buki. How are you? Thank you for joining. My name is Deshola Shoson, and I'm just sharing stuff, okay? Stuff that I know that I believe will help somebody. So, last video we spoke about routines. It's the same day. So yeah, I saw you earlier, and then I'm back online again to do the session that I missed. Right. So we talked about routines and how important they are. We said that what you don't measure, you can't improve on. Right? You can't decide whether it is good enough or it can be better, right? So tracking is important to achieving those all important goals that you have set. And we agree that time is a resource, right? Everyone has the same amount of time a day. And for you to make effective use of your time, you have to track how you use it. Now, I would say, some people would say, determine how much time you spend on this and that, but I would like to look forward and suggest the correction right off the bat, because when you track your time, then you don't have time for things that are not important when you have written them down. Now, the whether you follow through is a whole other conversation, because you have to be disciplined and you have to be consistent if you want those results that you desire, right? So we have said that you need to make a list, um, determine what you do between one window and the other. So you wake up at a particular time, what do you do next, and then next, and then next, right? Organize your time and your day, your active hours, such that those goals can be met with that routine. And I remember saying that if I were your coach, I would tell you this is not going to deliver the results that you want. But I'm not your coach, so I'm going to suggest to you that you take into account your health, your career goals, your family. You want to be particular about those important parts of your life while you take care of the goals that you have set for yourself in terms of making money or losing weight or whatever it is that you desire, right? Write up a routine that can deliver those results to you. And I came across some information that I want to share, and this is morning routine, specifically for your morning. Now, your morning is critical to the whole of your day. Your morning is where you prime yourself, you prepare yourself, you mentally fortify yourself for the challenges that the day is going to bring your way, right? Because we all know that you're not in control of what other people do. The only person you're in control of is yourself, your reactions, your responses, your choices, your decisions, right? And when you have primed yourself in the morning and you have a proper morning routine, then your day can be predictable by you. Other factors may come in, but you're able to maintain your calm and able to be productive and be focused where you need to be focused. So I came across a monk's morning routine. Now, monks are known for their study of the mind and their development and heightened, elevated consciousness because of the kind of lifestyle that they lived. They are not encumbered by distractions. They don't have families. Some of them use technology, but typically they don't, right? So, excuse me, typically they don't, right? So they are not distracted. So they study the mind, they meditate, and they're able to stay calm and productive in whatever it is that they decide to do. So I was interested in how a monk's morning started, right? So I did some research into this, and I want to share what I found out with you. Now, this monk, his name is Nick, said when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do is to breathe and center yourself. Now, we've talked about the impact of meditation and how meditation helps you disconnect from distractions and all the encumbering situations, all those emotions, those feelings that have become routine, that you are not conscious of anymore because they are now default, right? So this monk is sharing with us how they center themselves in the morning, how they take care of their minds, how they bring their minds into subjection. So he says, wake up in the morning and breathe. Next, reflect on death. Now, this is not to be morbid, but when you reflect on death, then you're grateful for life. So when you wake up in the morning, reflect on death, embrace gratitude. Remember and realize that nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. In fact, you're not guaranteed the next minute, because anything can happen, right? You're expecting the best, but life happens. Okay, so reflect on death, understand that your existence is fleeting, is temporary, and be grateful for the life that you have been given, for the gift of life that you have, and be conscious of it. Okay, next he says lay your bed. Now, laying your bed has been considered an important habit by several people. Many successful people say it is important for them to lay their beds in the morning. According to this monk, it gives you a sense of accomplishment, and then there is discipline. You're training yourself to do something consistently. We've talked about the compound effect and how consistency is what gets you results. That's part of why routines are important. So you lay your bed, training, and there's a sense of achievement that I've done something today, right? To begin this day. Now, you're careful. You're not thinking about all the plans for the day, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. No, you're centering yourself and you're bringing your mind into subjection. Next is your meditation. Now, at this point, your mind is untainted. Those feelings, those emotions, those problems, they have not attacked your mind yet. So your mind is still plain, it's clean. So this is when you want to meditate, so that you are able to control your thoughts and determine your consciousness, determine your awareness, so you can guide your thoughts where you want them to go. You're not all over the place, which is where we tend to be, because what he's describing is a system by which you can slow down and be mindful and be in the moment, right? Excuse me. So you meditate, you calm your mind down, you remove the noise, right? You remove the noise, and you're able to be aware and to be conscious. And next he says excuse me, next he says do an act of kindness every day. So after you have done this, after you're done meditating, do something for somebody, do a favor for somebody. Now, for me, in applying this to my life, I've decided that making breakfast for my family, excuse me, preparing my children for school, that is my act of kindness, because circumstances wise it's difficult for me to get out of the house and do something for somebody. Or maybe you have someone that stays with you, or someone you can help in your neighborhood, or whatever suits your peculiar situation. Do an act of kindness, do something, an act of generosity for somebody right after your meditation. And next he says do chores. Chores are a training tool. Now, a lot of people feel that they rise above chores when they get to a certain place in life. They rise above chores. This monk says that chores stabilize you. Chores help you to be in the moment. So you're thinking about, I don't know, dusting or cleaning or whatever. Your mind is focused on that place, and you're slowing things down. You're not in a hurry to just get into the activities of the day. You're calming yourself down, and we agree that monks are very versed in this field of study of meditation, of mind consciousness and awareness, and being able to slow things down and be in the moment and be present. So he says chores do that for you, and I think I agree. Sometimes you're in the kitchen, maybe you're washing dishes, and that's all you're thinking about at that time. So you're decluttering, your mind is not all over the place. So next he says have a light dinner. He said 5 steps. I mentioned all 5, but he has also said that your day begins from the night before. So when you have a light dinner, your body is not struggling to digest the food, so you are calm, you fall asleep easily, while your body is resting when it should be resting, as against struggling to digest food when it's supposed to be relaxed and your body is at rest. So he says have a light dinner, so that your body is at peace, at rest, and you wake up rested. You're not waking up wondering, have I been traveling through the night? Have I been carrying stuff through the night? Your body is rested, you're able to wake up early, right? Because when you sleep well, then you can get up early, and then you're able to be mindful and conscious of these steps as I have outlined them. Now, it's not going to be verbatim for everybody, but it will be fantastic if you can do it. And these are the reasons. He says this fast-paced world requires some calm, and that's where we build mental fortitude. That's where you're able to build capacity to be able to handle the various issues of the day, especially for children. When children are taught mindfulness, then they find inner strength. They find that they're enough by themselves, and they're not dependent on other people to validate them, to tell them they're okay, that they're doing well. They're able to find those resources from within. And we've said in the past that everything that you would ever need is within you. Okay, you're all encompassing, you're complete the way you are. You know, a lot of people find comfort in seeking for answers all over the place, right? But even as a coach, you will find that answer. If you were being coached, you will seek out those answers, and you will find out that they were always there. You just needed your mind to be, your consciousness to be taken to that area of your mind, your awareness, so that you can find those answers. So when children are taught mindfulness and having a regular routine and structure, and they're able to calm themselves down and sit still, it's difficult, right? It's difficult even for adults, for you to sit still and not press your phone and talk to somebody, just to sit by yourself. That's how meditation helps you, right? You're able to be regulated by yourself. You're able to calm down. And then after all of this morning routine, then you can go into the day, and the chaos does not affect you. The chaos does not come inside you, because you are fortified with that calm, and you can go through your day successfully, productively. You can make plans and follow through, because your mind is not all over the place. You're not pulled in several directions at the same time. You have conditioned yourself and conditioned your day that today I'm going to have a mindful, calm, productive day. Because your day, you can choose what kind of day you have, because when you're able to control your thoughts, then you can control your actions. So it's not correct to say somebody made me do this. Nobody can make you do anything. You chose that reaction because you were not thinking. And like we said, some of these thoughts are default, because that's what you resort to, that's what your brain is familiar with. So once it sees that situation, then it supplies you with that response that you typically give. So your child spills something, and my parenting coaching is coming in here, but your child spills something, and your typical reaction is to shout, and then you shout, right? Your child didn't make you shout. You were not in control of yourself. If you were in control of yourself, then you would have taken a breath, and you would have considered, what do I want to do? But the first question is, how did this happen? Is this child okay? Right? Did this child pour there's several questions. Did this child pour this water intentionally? If they did, why? Okay, what can I do other than my usual shouting? Because clearly shouting is not working, right? So there are different moving pieces, but if you cannot take a minute to think and catch yourself, you would react. Sometimes you feel bad. Sometimes when you've done it over and over again, you don't even feel bad about it for yelling at that child. And then even when you find out that it was a mistake, you don't even feel the need to apologize for your error, right? Because you have done it over and over, and it has become a bad habit. Let's just call it what it is. All right. So being able to prepare yourself and fortify yourself helps with your own emotional self-regulation. It helps you to be centered and to choose responses rather than react to situations around you. So I don't know if you like this morning routine. You might want to try it. Feel free to tweak it the way it works for you. Choose what act of generosity you want to adopt. Choose what chores, and make the most of your morning, because your morning usually determines the rest of your day. All right, so that's my encouragement to you at this time, because I don't know when you'll be seeing this. I do appreciate everyone who has joined in. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Deshola Shoson, and I'm here to help. All right, bye bye. Have a lovely rest of the day.